There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You could not script a better start if you're on defense, and great job being heads up and being aware that this offense may come out trying to be aggressive and throw on the first play. Everybody executing their assignments, and they get a takeaway right off the bat.
They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this run.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on fourth down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Quarterback checking off. Fast motion from the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell he drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Scanning the field, it's Howard. He's got him along the sidelines. Beautiful footwork for the first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Getting some heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires the pass, intercepted. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking for space. It's Edwards. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
That's caught. It's Laughlin. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Finds his man. It's Henderson.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel-type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Snares it outside. It's Henderson. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback will audible.
That's the end of the first quarter with the game score.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Wide out in motion. They'll try to run for it. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. They move the tight end all over. From the gun, the running back has it. At the 45 on his way. And they're able to get him down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Dropping back, it's Howard. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback moving. Got it in the middle. It's Ibuka.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Running back goes in motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a 1st down. The offense will have to use its 1st time out of the half. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Floating away. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You've got to be able to retrace. You can get to the level of the quarterback, but then you've got to slow yourself down under control. It's making it way too easy on this QB to know, hey, when these guys get upfield too much and there's a lane, I'm taking off. It's just too easy for me with my speed.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Michigan 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half. So
it's complete. A huge pickup. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Grabbed in the middle, it's Morgan. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Wants to throw. It's Warren. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Using his legs, it's Henderson. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half.
Set to kick this one.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. Back to pass, it's Warren. He lets it fly. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. He's going to pass on second down. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Quarterback checking the play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A third and long coming up here. Trying play action.
End zone. You know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space. It's a beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a man. It's Warren. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
Now, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Wide receiver shows motion. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, he'll fire. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going to run it. It's Judkins. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period.
Ohio State 7, Michigan 3.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To the air, it's Howard. Working that left side now. At the 40, there he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Yeah, and listen, QB's got to find ways to push the ball down the field and make sure defenses don't just sit in zones and stay shallow. Nice job by the QB. Push it down the field. Make some big plays, baby.
He's going to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Wants to throw on second down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Caught near the sticks. It's Ibuka. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Fires downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pulls it in. It's Judkins. Headed to the end zone.
Jeez.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock, and it will be your friend. Trying to slam in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14, Michigan 3.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Looking for a man. It's Warren. Throws to the tight end. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout.
Thought you had one, didn't you?
Play, the pass falls incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He wants a big play here.
Thank you.
Intercepted. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Ohio State.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. They'll run play action. Might be looking to run. Going for 6.
Kill your stupid ass, boy. You weren't finna have that. All them picks wasn't gonna do it.
Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the...
Afterburners coming. Running inside the 20. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Looking to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Coming after it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback now has to make sure his...
We're not playing with you, nigga.
Can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line. You've got to be really smart with this football.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game.
Yo ass ain't seen that zone, boy.
Throughout practice, you think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been brave.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Howard. Into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could...
Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3 with the amount of donations
Lucky
he is
bitch.
making to the other team right now. Interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. trying to find his man on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.